Hey everybody, welcome to Ginza on the weekend where they close down the street. I've got here to celebrate the last episode on matcha. Let me get it in the sun. This is an iced matcha tea. If I put this down right on the street, you can get a pretty good look. Look at the green on that. That's just incredible. And it's refreshing too, these matcha iced teas. How you doing, everybody? I'm looking down on you from the big streets of Ginza. It's been a really incredible week, and I thought I would end off, because it's Saturday here, right here on the streets of Ginza. It is more crowded than I thought it would be. This is actually pretty crazy. Just panning around, I haven't seen this many people in a very long time. Now we're getting closer to the end of the day. You can see the sun is starting to set, which is quite early for Tokyo in the winter. I'm still not used to it. The iPhone doing a pretty good job of tapering down that bright sunshine in my eyes. It's actually looking better than I am. But it gives you an idea that Japan has really bounced back. There's a lot of tourists here. In fact, I was getting this out of the there's Mariners building where there's a Uniqlo here in Ginza. I was walking out with this tea, and a tourist who was looking at their smartphone just totally body checked me. The tea went sprawling all over the place. The entire area was green. It's actually quite interesting, but I was close enough to the shop. I went back down, and a shout out to the staff of this coffee shop, matcha shop. They gave me another one for free. I was totally willing to pay for it, but they saw that I actually had green. Can you see that? I had green all over myself. They gave me all these towels. It is a problem right now because people, I don't think they're actually used to walking around crowded spaces anymore. So I've been noticing that I'm getting body checked a lot. So you got to put the smartphone down, or always be looking around when you walk with one like I am now. But I'm not really, focused on the screen too much when I'm doing this. I'm walking around the town. Ginza is such a beautiful area. And if you're in Japan, the Saturdays and Sundays from noon to 5 p.m. It's a really cool place to be. Let's try this out. I'll give you a taste. This is a celebration of the release of a main channel episode, long time coming, on the how matcha is made. I think it is the best video out there on the process, where I take you from the farm to the factory and to the grading on how they make the best. So kanpai, otsukaresama deshita. That's bitter. No sweetness. It's a very even bitter. They use Kyoto Uji matcha powder, and the lady at the shop had a whisk, and she was making it fresh like this, putting in some cold. She said they used. I can't confirm this. She used soft water with a very balance. It's neither acidic or it's like perfectly balanced soft water, which makes it taste better. I don't know, but it tastes it tastes bitter to me, which is actually refreshing. So if you want to see the process, go check out that video. I'll put a link right there. And I appreciate it. I think it's one of the best videos on YouTube about making matcha. If I don't pat myself on the back too hard right there. So in this episode, I'm just going to take you down the street. Actually, a Patreon supporter of mine left a package for me at a hotel on the other side. So let's go walk there and pick up the package. I hope it's still there. It's been about 5 days, I think. I just haven't had time to go and do that. And John is also here. I haven't had a chance to meet up with him. But I do have a couple of You Found Me cards. And I'm happy to give you one if you find me. But you have to find me. And don't body check me, because I'm actually, my hand hurts. This is pretty crazy. It is a mysterious package. No, it's a very good guy who left it, so I mean, it's not anything nefarious. I don't even know what that word means. Somebody used it recently. All right, we're gonna go off Broadway here. Not that I have anything against it. Let's go off Broadway. Mainly because I want to check up on my bicycle and make sure that it has not been tagged by the people. Yeah, I always thought that Main Street in Ginza is really nice to walk on. It's nice and warm with the sunshine off of the street, but also the back alleys are where it's at, man. Yeah, I totally got body checked. Hey, that's that, the figure skater, isn't that Mao or Now? I forget her name. She was in the Olympics. Just remember she had that really like happy, a little awkward smile, which is comforting. I like that. The flower shop back here. Yeah, like bumped into another one. I don't know if it was on purpose. I was just shocked. And then they kept on going. It was some other tourists that came up, and there was also a bicycle. It could have been, I think it all happened quite fast. I think there was a bicycle right there too that had fallen over. So I was wondering if maybe he was looking at the smartphone or he was avoiding the bicycle. It didn't matter. He just kept on walking. Anyways, I got another tea out of it. And a little bit of drama. Tourist shop and lounge. What is that? I guess you can go in there and relax if you're a tourist. Do you have to show your passport? It's interesting. Like sometimes you in the in areas like Ginza, they have these lounges that a lot of people don't know about. All of these department stores have lounges for shoppers that you can relax. It's part of the shopping experience. I know Mitsukoshi has one too, and I'm right now behind Matsuya, and the first ever Starbucks that was came here in 1998, the same year I did. That's the only thing I have and it's American. It's the only things we have in common, which is actually a lot. Oh, there's my bicycle right there. All right, it's still good. You're gonna see at the intersection, Mitsukoshi has gotten the Christmas lights out, and they probably turned it on around 4:30 because the sun is setting around that time. And I'm just surprised how early darkness hits Tokyo. I forgot about that because we're so close to December 21st, which is supposedly the darkest day. So again, land of the rising sun, get up early. Get up and get your sunshine at 6:30 in the morning, and then go to bed early because the sun goes down pretty early. Unfortunately, I'm up at like 2 a.m. editing because that's when I can get most stuff done. Yeah, body check is like a hockey term. I can't believe we're still talking about being body check. Body check is a hockey term where they take your body and they slam into you, which is a move, I guess. All right, mask on because it's kind of a crowded street here. That's how you kind of judge. You look around at the people around you. They all got their mask on. It seems like a crowded place. Put your mask on. That's what I do. Hey, Brandoni's in the house. Welcome. I actually knew you were in the house before. All right, let's take a quick look. This is the only place to cross the street. The next one's at Higashi Ginza. This is the one at Ginza. And you can see just how many people are here. I wonder if we got mosaic going on. How good is the signal? I'd be surprised if it was a clean signal here. Wow. It's just so many people. I'm not used to this. It's out of focus. Well, it's actually in focus. It's just too many people here. So we're gonna have to get off of the main street and get away. It's not a problem that I've had in Ginza for a long time, and I guess it's a good problem maybe. We're now looking down. The camera lens is clean. Camera lens is totally clean. It's just probably the signal strength because it's so crowded. Yeah, you can't see the Christmas lights yet, but they're on the side of the wall. In fact, you probably see it as 8-bit blocks. So let's get out of here. There's an incredible amount of people in Ginza. It's not my network. Why is everyone saying your network is slow? My network is the 4G LTE of Docomo, and yes, it is. It's slow because there's a lot of people using it. That's how 4G works. It's out of my control. But yeah, I think Daniel's got it right. Ginza is back in business. Ginza is back in business. I'm walking towards this hotel. He had stayed at a hotel called Aloft Ginza, which I believe is in this direction. Despite I know the live chat's talking about bandwidth issues. It's always going to be an issue with a crowded spot. That's why I try to avoid these places in the weekends. I was just shocked that there were as many people as there are right now in Ginza. Very shocking. This should get a little bit better as we move away from Yonchome, which is the big, busy intersection. Hopefully. Like, Hatobus has been booming lately too. I've seen them all over the place, and they have a depot right on the Marunouchi side of Tokyo Station. And there were so many people. Every time I go to the post office, I'm shocked because of the stark contrast between 2020, 2021, and then now. Hatobus is booming. And I'm really happy for them about that because they've been, hurting for a very long time. They even use those Hatobuses to whisk people away to the mass vaccination centers in the Otemachi business side of Tokyo. That's how those buses were being used. So they were taken by the city and used to get older people from Tokyo Station to the mass vaccination site back in 2020 when the vaccines first rolled out in the fall. I guess it was around July or August. I think I live streamed that mass vaccination center. But if this stream does look as crappy as everyone is telling me, I'll probably do a stream tonight about green tea because I really want to hone in on this. I'm not really drinking it either. It's so strong. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Gosh, I learned so much about green tea making that last episode and over the last year. Turn around here. Over the last year. Something I always wanted to do. And the great thing about this job is that I pick topics that I'm curious about as well. And I think it's the same with every YouTuber who tackles a topic that they don't know about. Like some YouTubers will go out there, film factories, film how things are made. You learn something new from those. And I think that there's a lot of value in taking on that kind of challenge. And I took on the green tea challenge and I'm learning so much. And it's nice to pass that knowledge on to you guys. So if you like those kind of episodes, I will keep making those kind of episodes. I believe it's right around here. Wow, is that a Ferrari? What is that car right there? What is that car? It's a Lambo. No, it's a Ferrari. Ferrari. Oh my gosh. I guess you can afford to park it if you've got one of those cars. You can afford to pay for parking in Ginza, and that's a pretty penny. Ferrari 488 Spider. Ryan Walsh, just suggestion, John. Lemmy and With Me Japan streamers have clear quality, I think, because they use Prism Live app. I don't know. Yeah. It's a 1080p. They use a different encoding. I will try that this month. But bad bandwidth is still bad bandwidth. It doesn't matter. If you're streaming in a crowded place, it can be challenging. But every app has a new way. How do I get into this hotel? I found it here. The one downside are this is something that I don't like here. Japan gives you these paper straws, and they're so bad. They fall apart after a couple of minutes, and I've been struggling with that. I'm gonna have to put this matcha in my bag here. You think it's gonna be okay? Or maybe if I zip it up. All right, maybe if I zip it up there. It should be okay, Calvin. I don't know. This seems to be the hotel. Looks like a nice hotel. A-Lop. Oh gosh, that tea is really sloshing. All right, let's just see here. All right, I'm just gonna go inside and pop in and ask. Hello. I think about Itsuka-kan 5 days ago, someone might have left a package for me.
5 days ago.
Yeah, John Dobb, YouTuber.
John Dobb. He left a package for you.
I think so. Yeah.
Did he stay here?
He did stay here. He said,
do you know
go
his
to
room number?
He's not here anymore. That's why he left it here.
Okay, please wait a moment.
Sure.
なんか前泊まってた人がなんかパッケージをジョン・ダンっていう人。Is it John Dobb?
Yeah.
So do you know when did he stay in?
About 5 days ago.
5 days.
Yeah.
Can I just go off the name of the place again, sir?
I'm not John. My name is John. John Daub. Daub. Yeah, I can try to go online and get more information about it, but I know I had no time to meet up with a viewer of mine, and so he left the package here at the lobby. He told me to come here to pick it up, but it's been a while.
Okay, so I'm sorry, may I have the name again, the name that who stated here, sir?
I'm not sure right now.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But there's somebody
Left me a
left
package
his
here.
package to just give it to you.
Yeah. I can come back and give you more information. I'm not sure right now. You have a small area here, so I'm sure. I'll come back in like 5-10 minutes or so. I'll just go and check online. Yeah. That's interesting. I can't quite remember. That's interesting. I didn't know they had so much English staff here. All right, so I hope that the package is still there. I have to go onto the emails and check. I don't know if there's a confirmation number or something. Oh my. I just thought I would just go there and pick it up. I don't know. Yeah, I'm really appreciative if everybody comes and leaves me packages, but I don't have a lot of time to come and pick them up. I'm kind of just making a special trip here. I really appreciate it though. I'll go back in here. I got to check on Patreon site. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they're really nice in there. Just they seem like kind of busy because people are checking in, and I'll do it off camera. I'm just curious. Whoa, what is these cars? They're all coming from these parking lots here. What? I could just do an episode cars looking. Yeah, I'm gonna look into the quality of these live streams in the crowded area. There's not a lot that I could do about it. I turn off. So what I do is I turn off Wi-Fi. I turn off the Bluetooth. I turn off all the cellular connections to every app except for the YouTube app, and then I push live streaming. And the feedback really does help, guys, because I do give this to YouTube to fix the app. But if a third party, I thought about using even the GoPro today just to see how that would work. I think you have to connect it wirelessly. I have the GoPro Hero 11. I don't know with the new Bluetooth that they have on the new iPhone and with the new GoPro if that's any better. So let's experiment this month. What can we do? Let's see what we could do to make this signal better. And I appreciate you guys pointing that out to me, because I'm always trying to get it into a better situation. Yeah, I don't think airplane mode is the best mode. I think that turns off your cellular. I'm not sure you could do a very good thing. You could get two LTE connections and join together. I think it's called like cross bonding or something. Yeah, you could do that too. One of them is an eSIM and another one. I thought about that as well. I'm not sure how it works. I think the software has to work with that, and I'm not sure if the YouTube app does that. I like to stay native. I've had bad experiences with third-party streaming software in the past. Really bad. It just never worked. I couldn't see the chat, so I didn't know who was asking what. There were differences in the audio, delays between what you saw from my mouth and what you saw on the screen. So YouTube app is ideally would be the best for live streaming. But as you can tell, Prism Live is a really interesting app as well. And I think Peso and we were playing with this a couple of weeks ago, so it might be time to investigate. The only thing against Prism, okay, you can't schedule them. I can't give you a notice. All I do is I connect with YouTube, and you have to go live. So that's the downside with the Prism Live app. I like to let my Patreon supporters and Discord and everybody know, like, even 10-15 minutes in advance before the live stream. So that was the issue with the Prism Live, now that I remember. Very interesting here. You can see here they have, if you can see, they have a new elevator entrance for Higashi Ginza Station. I did not know this. This is pretty new, or the first time I'm seeing it. And this is great because the city of Tokyo, as I've said over the course of the last 5 years of doing these live streams, hasn't been really good with people who have disabilities who can't use stairs. There weren't a lot of ways to get into subway stations, and just the amount of elevators have been popping up makes me feel real happy that we're giving priority to people who actually need this here too. Although everybody uses them. And there are some benches here where you could eat a bento, even in Ginza. That's good to go. By the way, I lost half my tea. So it wasn't, Kelvin, you're right. That was a bad idea. All right. Well, it was nice to celebrate with you guys. I'll look at the quality of this live stream, and probably tonight I'll do a director's take and talk a little bit about the green tea episode, because there's so many details in it, and there's a lot of things that you can miss, and maybe explaining that might have a lot of value, because I want to share the knowledge that I learned from going out to the tea fields and the factory and seeing that process during the harvest, which is incredible. The smells inside there too. I don't think I described that enough, but I certainly want to in full glory detail. I could do that in a director's take on that main channel episode, which I think I'll do tonight. John, I totally validated you, Kelvin. You totally did. You are so right. I should not have put that in my pocket. What are you gonna do? You learn it. You learn and you keep learning. It doesn't matter how old you are. Does not matter. All right, there you go. There's the Kabukiza Theater in the distance. I'm thinking about doing an episode with that. The historical significance and the changes in that building in itself. You see that right there, I just zoomed in on it, and that skyscraper's in the back part of it. It's so cool. No lid, no good. I did have one, I just didn't use it. I should have. Why did I use it? Yeah. All right, one last thing, everybody. And don't forget to hit the like button if you love Minecraft quality live streams. I released last night. Peter and I were up till 2 a.m. just kind of playing around with the trailer. We didn't want to waste a lot of time on it, but I think we did a pretty good job with that edit. At least Peter did a good job of it. He narrated it, added in some words of wisdom. That's available if you're a Kickstarter backer. You can go and check out that trailer, which is also on my Vimeo page. And it's about 2 minutes of that motorcycle adventure, and you can see a lot of the best shots in there. I think maybe we gave away too much. Maybe. There's also a police officer in there, and I might have fallen, but I got back up. It's true, I'm still here. PVG's working pretty hard on editing as well. He's using Final Cut Pro, I'm using Premiere Pro. It's not exactly the most efficient way to edit anything, but we'll get it done. I lived, and I am telling the tale. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you maybe tonight for a director's cut on that green tea video. And again on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I'm going to try to live stream a little bit more as we get into fall and move into December. I can't believe how crazy that the end of the year is here. My gosh. And don't get body checked. Don't walk with your smartphone, okay? Do not walk and look at your smartphone. Lessons learned by someone else and me. See ya.